What are the benefits of contract termination and documentation? The benefits of contract termination and documentation are that they provide clarity and a seamless transition when ending a contractual agreement. They ensure that all parties are clear on the terms and conditions, any obligations that may remain, and how any disputes will be handled. Documentation also allows companies to track key changes to the contract and easily access them in the future. When you need to end a contract, it is important to have clear communication and to follow all the steps correctly. This will make it easier for everyone involved. Documenting the process will help make sure that things go smoothly. Welcome to our whiteboard video on contract termination and documentation. In the life cycle of a contract, there may come a time when parties need to terminate the agreement. Properly terminating a contract and documenting the process is crucial to ensure a smooth transition and protect the interests of all parties involved. Let's explore the mechanisms for contract termination and documentation. Contract termination refers to the process of ending a contractual agreement before its original completion date. This could occur due to various reasons, such as the fulfillment of obligations, expiration of the contract term, or mutual agreement between the parties. Let's consider a few reasons. 1. Clarity and communication. Proper documentation of contract termination ensures clarity and effective communication between the parties involved. It helps prevent misunderstandings and disputes that may arise from an unclear termination process. 2. Legal compliance. Terminating a contract involves adhering to legal and contractual obligations. Documentation ensures that the termination process follows the agreed-upon procedures and protects the parties' rights and liabilities. 3. Closure and transition. Contract termination marks the end of the contractual relationship. Proper documentation helps facilitate a smooth transition and closure, allowing parties to move forward with their respective obligations or seek new opportunities. Let's explore some common mechanisms for contract termination. 1. Fulfillment of obligations. If all parties have successfully fulfilled their contractual obligations, the contract may naturally come to an end. This type of termination is often referred to as termination by performance. 2. Expiration of contract term. Contracts may have a predetermined end date. Once that date is reached, the contract is considered terminated, and no further obligations exist unless otherwise specified. 3. Mutual agreement. Parties may mutually agree to terminate a contract before its original completion date. This could be due to changing business circumstances, strategic shifts, or the need for a new contractual arrangement. 4. Breach of contract. In cases where one party fails to fulfill its contractual obligations or violates the terms and conditions, the non-breaching party may choose to terminate the contract due to the breach. Proper documentation is vital when terminating a contract. Let's explore the steps involved in documenting the termination process. 1. Review contract terms. Before initiating the termination process, carefully review the contract terms to understand the termination clauses, notice periods, and any specific requirements for documentation. 2. Provide notice. If the contract requires a notice period for termination, provide written notice to the other party. Clearly state the intention to terminate the contract and the effective date of termination. 3. Prepare termination agreement. Draft a termination agreement or contract addendum that clearly outlines the terms of termination, including any obligations, payments, or post-termination arrangements. 4. Obtain signatures. Once the termination agreement is prepared, both parties should review and sign the document. This ensures mutual consent and acknowledgement of the contract termination. 5. Communicate and archive. Communicate the termination to all relevant parties and archive all termination-related documents, including the termination agreement, notices, and any correspondence. Contract termination and documentation offers several benefits. 1. Clarity and certainty. Proper documentation ensures that all parties have a clear understanding of the termination process, including its terms, conditions, and effective date. This minimizes potential confusion and disputes. 2. Legal compliance. By documenting the termination process, parties can demonstrate compliance with contractual and legal obligations. This helps protect their rights and minimize legal risks. 3. Efficient transition. Documentation facilitates a smooth transition from the terminated contract to new arrangements. It allows parties to wrap up outstanding obligations and move forward with their business objectives. Properly terminating a contract and documenting the process is essential for effective contract management. It ensures clarity, legal compliance, and a seamless transition for all parties involved. So, embrace the power of contract termination and documentation to protect your interests and maintain positive business relationships. Thank you for watching our video on contract termination and documentation. For more information and assistance, please reach out to our team of experts.